welcome to tonight's episode of
Mythic Wyrd.
Thank you so much for joining us, guys.
You're welcome.
We apologise for missing last week's session. We did have a unforeseen circumstance, but we are now back and ready to rumble. Before we get started, take it away, Dro.
Oh yeah. We stream on Twitch every Friday, most Fridays, unless we have a 14th event, at 7:30 p.m. ACT. You can find us at Mythic_Wyrd and turn on the notifications bar so you don't miss out on anything. Sometimes we post some really cool shit.
Yep, man. Sometimes. Very rarely.
We're on Patreon at Mythic Wyrd with 3 tiers that you can choose from. YouTube at Mythic Wyrd, TikTok at Mythic Wyrd, no spaces, Instagram at Mythic_Wyrd, and Spotify at Mythic Wyrd if you prefer to listen rather than watch.
Every like and comment, share, interaction helps us out heaps, guys, so please keep that going. It supports us in a lot of different ways. Now, that all out the way, last we left off. Chill. Father Bellador and Dario. You guys spent some time on the front lines, and after a prayer and organizing 2 of the Empress Hurricanes, Sivok and Dinka, you guys headed out on your little mission to try and ease the pressure on the front line. An hour into your travel, Dinka reported back that he had spotted a ruined chapel where some mad laughter was coming from. A man seemingly harmlessly praying at a destroyed altar of Sigma. Choosing to investigate, Dario, you made your way down the treacherous, wet, slopey hills, and as you stepped into the ruined chapel, you found that the man on his knees praying was none other than Sergeant Riley. His spirit trapped on this realm, trapped on this plane, due to some turmoil he experienced in his moments of death, has trapped him here. Only way out for him is to potentially have some unfinished business sorted so he may rest. After some intense conversation and questioning, he found out that his killer smelt like lavender and was carrying this, and he dropped a piece of lavender as he phased out. He also, before he went, told you that he wanted to hold his child at least one time before he passed into the realm of the dead.
He also said that if he can't hold his child, then no one else can.
He did.
I would just like to say.
Seeing that your friend has not very long before he's truly turned, you've decided to do the best you can to try and put his soul at ease. Travelling in the direction of Malachus Tower, you began on the before travelling, a unknown humanoid came out clapping, telling you, Father Bell, that you'd almost converted him, and presented himself as Lord Duvage, a lord of the Crimson Court. This vampire, seemingly diplomatic, invited you, or extended Manfred's invitation to Castle Drakenhof, where he was interested in having a conversation with yourself, Father Bell, and Dario. Unable to attend with the tight time frame that Sergeant Riley has, you respectfully declined, saying that you had some business to take care of. And once that was complete, you would go to see Manfred and see what he has to say. Lord Devage departed, leaving you once again in the cold, rainy land of Slovenia. Meanwhile, the rest of the group had an interesting morning's travel. Drea, mostly out of it, you confided in your brother that you had been seeing your father. When explained, Björn did some arcane checks on you to see if you could potentially find some form of tracking spell that had been placed on you. He did, in fact, find Boulder's symbol etched into your back, some kind of blood magic. And as he tried to dispel it, sent you flying across the road into the forest, knocking the air out of you as you smashed into the trees, bruising and scratching yourself. Weakened and unable to fully support yourself, the decision was made that camp would be set up. And as this was completed and the fire was set, Drea, in your fury, you pulled a knife on Dante, claiming that this was all his fault and he was the one who had let Archaon, or your father Boulder, into the Dome of Protection. Unknowingly, Dante had in fact done this, but without really understanding or realizing the consequences. After peace was made...
Well, he couldn't actually.
He couldn't actually let him in. It was just...
A facade. Lies like everything else.
Correct. After peaceful resolution was achieved, the party began discussing future plans of crossing the marshy lands. After some brainstorming, Dre came up with the idea of summoning 2 large ravens to transport the group, which would cut down the time by about a quarter instead of going through the marshes directly. Summoning 2 large ravens, Dante proclaimed at the large chickens in front of him, and I believe that's where we left it. Was there anything I missed or anything that anyone would like to add?
Bjorn slowed around down this way.
Yeah, that was really cool.
No,
And I'm glad you did that because I would have killed Dante.
Just a question. We're travelling, like, what is it, about 12 hours before they are? So
After they are.
after they are.
Yeah, because it's day for them, night for you guys.
Yeah.
I thought it's a night
after us.
before.
So,
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, alright.
Also,
yeah, no, they're
No, we're before
like in
you.
the past.
Yeah, they're in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, not in the past, like it sounds. But
Yeah, so if we're heading, like after we saw Lord Devage, if we're heading towards the marshes, would we get there before they get on their big chickens?
No, you
So,
Unless-
what is the time difference between us?
would not.
we were morning, I think.
Yeah, and you guys left at night, right?
And it's
Only
still night for you guys, right?
Yeah, so it would be close to about 1, 2 in the morning for you guys, while it's about 9 o'clock at the moment for you guys, so about 7 hours difference.
so how far is
Yeah.
it?
Well, that's confusing, so let's go.
Yeah. Let's just wait around for 7 hours.
Also, Divage left in a black coach, which is a super cool reference to the Age of Sigmar model.
And he versed to
It's
bats.
gangster.
Games Workshop, please don't sue us. We love
Yes.
your laws
Please
and your
sponsor
models.
us.
Please, yes.
Yeah, sponsor us. Sponsor us. We're doing
Please.
epic gaming campaign
Sponsor.
in your amazing
Please
world.
sponsor
That's
us.
right.
It's a
Give us
great,
some money.
All
We're
right.
not desperate.
I mean, speak for yourself.
Like, I'll be able to.
With that all out the way, join us as we continue tonight's tale.
I'm scared. I still have this.
What's that? Did it person? Oh, nice.
Björn,
Yes.
Drea, Silver, and Jace.
And Dante.
And that's
Shut your mouth.
Was that Dante or was that the DM?
Shut your mouth as well.
I have the DM.
The ravens are cast.
Like crows.
Oh, weren't they ravens?
Two
There were
crows.
ravens.
Two
You
dragon
said
crows
you wanted
and one.
them ravens, didn't you?
No, I said crows, but we're using the raven stats because I don't have crows.
Oh,
in
sorry, I
it.
thought you wanted the ravens. Right.
Two dragon crows and one dog wolf. Tried to write it down. Sorry. Just a bit. Crows is very specific.
As they land, they throw debris, leaves, and water everywhere. And as they finally come to rest, there's a tense excitement in the party. Well, I wouldn't say excitement, I would say more of an anxious feeling. Although this way is a lot faster. The hunters in the sky never rest, even during the day. Furthermore, as you guys go deeper and deeper into the lands of Slovenia, you're not sure what awaits you. And as distance is put between you and the front line, in the back of all of your minds, you're well aware how secluded the group has been. All of you individually blessed with feats that any commoner would want. You feel small in this land, insignificant. Not only is Slovenia an ancient and prideful land, even the commoners here are used to a way of suffering that hardens them. Every step you take and every choice you make needs to be considered carefully. For now, you are truly choosing between life and death. And any false step could see one of you fall. Alright then. So, Mr. Dreyer, like we just get on the chickens, or they want to eat something first?
You just get on the crows, Auntie.
Okay. So how do I fly?
Just sit there. Just hold on. The crows know what to do.
Oh,
Is there anything to strap us in? Just for Dante's sake.
You just hold on.
Alright. Ready to go up to the first crow?
Wait, you're coming with me.
Oh.
Sorry, I didn't say that in character.
did you decide to, did you summon 3 or are you transforming into 1?
Yeah, I summoned 3 because we were saying that when you say 3, is it enough?
Yeah, I was saying 2,
2 per bird.
yeah, 2 per bird. So if you transformed into a bird, then,
You don't need someone one.
yeah, you don't even need to summon 1.
I'll just... Sorry.
Wait.
So I've got 3 birds, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Let's say 3 birds would be enough for us, or just 2, do you mean?
2 would be enough if one of those birds was you shapeshifted.
And 3 of them, we would all be able to go on there.
3 of them you'd all be able to ride without you having to shapeshift.
I've already done 3. Let me keep my watch shape.
Okay.
Alright. This one?
Sure.
Just gonna look around at everyone, put on a confident face, and reach up to the crow's neck area while staring it in its big black beady eye, watching for any.
It swallows you in its eye, and as you see your reflection holding up your hand, it turns its head, and you freeze for a second as it looks at you, Drea. Snapping its head back, it cocks its head to you as it rustles its feathers.
I'm gonna grab its feathers on stack, and if it doesn't do anything, I'm gonna hold myself up.
You hold yourself up, and as you pull down, the crow lowers itself for you so the jump isn't as high, and landing easily on the back of its neck, it stands up again, adjusting to the weight before doing a small circle in place before it looks to you again, Drea.
See that? Just like that, boys. Up we get.
I'll turn back. Does anyone need some help or?
Are we sure this is the best way to do this?
No, but I would rather this over zombies.
Are you sure? I'm just thinking, like, we don't have. I mean, I don't really know how these birds work, but from my perspective, we don't really have any control over them. So if they get hit, then we're just falling. At least we can walk across the dead people.
When's the last time we've heard a hunter? Or like a fly?
Not since the night before.
And it's not like we're secure to these birds, huh? I mean,
Alright, well then if you want to walk, Bjorn and I will be watchers in the sky.
You suddenly hear, "Hey, Mr. Bird, where's your head?" And you see Dante straddling one of the birds the wrong way around. "Hey, Mr. Drea, the chicken's lost its head."
You're on the wrong way, Dante.
"Oh, Mr. Bird, it's tricky."
I do know it's a mister. That was my
I don't know. All I'm saying is that it doesn't seem very safe. Like, I think we might be putting ourselves at more risk flying a bird when there's all these crazy bat things in the air instead of just walking.
I really wish someone had sent something to fry someone.
I mean, you sort of just did it. I didn't
Well,
know.
no
you-
one objected.
Yeah. Okay.
No one had better ideas.
Ye-
Well, they'll keep watch.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's up to you. I'm just putting it out there.
Either way, danger lies ahead. At least this way we can travel faster. We've only got one enemy to worry about rather than God knows what's out there. And you know, when you're playing with a shit hand, you just gotta bet on the dealer.
Mum always told me not to gamble. Also, I don't know. I don't know how we're gonna be able to hold on to a bird and kill crazy bat things and protect ourselves. That's all I'm saying. No more objections. I put it to a vote. I vote walk.
How far is it to fly across the lake?
About an hour and a half.
That's a huge lake.
Right.
Or at least, you know, walk most of it, and then if we need to fly.
Or we
A little
fly,
bit.
but we stay just above the tree line. We can always dive back in.
Does no one have a spell of coverage or protection?
Oh yeah, how about your dome thing? Can you put that on a bird?
That's not how it works, I'm afraid.
Why not?
Just not the way it works.
Hmm.
But what I can do is catch you if you fall. Pretty sure I have that ready.
Cool. Like, with your
This way
hands?
we've got With magic.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Keep up. Alright. We've got speed. We've got less danger to worry about. Probably. I say we take the ravens, the crows.
Speed is of the essence, and besides, cats always fall on their feet, right?
That's a fable, that's not true. Alright, well, look, democracy, I think that's what it's called, says we fly the chickens. Let's fly the chickens.
I'm gonna hop on with you at the front. I'll make him scoot back.
I do.
But to be fair, kid, I don't like this any more than you do.
Then why did you vote for it? Oh, too late now.
Time, Jace, time.
Yeah, roger that.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get on the damn birds.
Yep, jumping up.
As I get up, I want to reach into my pocket and get Ezra out so we can sit on the crow's head. Captain.
You open up your pocket,
Please tell me he's not dead.
the same pocket that you have the remains of him in. And as you open it up, expecting him to jump out, or at least his head to poke out, there's a moment of dread. And as you peer into the dark pouch, you see his body curled up at the bottom.
Stop it. Ezra? I just shake him. Wake up, Ezra.
You reach in to shake him, and your heart skips a beat as something wet covers your fingers.
We did that.
That cheeky
Ezra, I just try get him up. Wake up, Ezra, this isn't funny.
You pick him out of the pouch, and as he flops around in your hand, you realize that a piece of bark, during the time that you got launched into the forest, has punctured the bag and punctured him. He lets out a weak chirp as he curls himself up again around the piece of bark in him.
I immediately jump off and I'm gonna make some good berries. 10. And I'm going to smear some around his mouth so it gets in there and smear some around the wound.
The piece of bark is still in him. And as you smear some around his mouth and around the wound, did you want to try and take it out?
Can I do a medicine check to see the best? Because if you take things out, the bleeding gets worse sometimes, right? So I'm going to do a medicine check to assess this.
Go ahead.
Oh, try and just be nice and tell me, because I really can't handle any more emotional damage.
Do we all see what's going on?
You see her, you hear her calling out and jumping off the bird.
What's the problem?
24.
Being such a small body, it would probably be better for you to pull it out than to leave it in there and risk infection or it moving around and damaging any potential organs.
But, how big is it? If I pull it out and I bandage it, it won't be enough, I'm guessing?
If you pull it out and bandage it, it should be enough.
Okay. Gonna rummage through my bag. I don't think I have any bandages left, so she's gonna start ripping the clothes that she has. I'll lay it down on the floor, lay my cloak on the floor, then lay the bandage down on the floor, then put him on there, take it out, as painless as I can.
As you pull it, it pulls at his skin, almost pulling him up with you, and you have to use the other hand to hold him to the ground. And as it
I'm just apologising.
tears at his skin, he lets out a small cry as his tail curls in around your hands as he tries to hide the wound. And you can hear him, you can feel him shaking, his small body shaking underneath your finger.
Can I appear by her side? And as soon as she pulls out the stake and realizing what she's doing, grab the bandages and put it over the wound straight away, and so hold it there until she can get back to wrapping it.
Yeah. The piece of bark is only probably about that big, a splinter to you guys, yet almost fatal for someone his size. And as he curls up, you have to fight his small body to uncurl him so you can put the bandage and wrap it around him tightly. And as soon as you finish, he curls up again in a tight ball, putting his head to the wound.
Can I do another medicine check to assess, like, how long has that been in him? And, like, I know I've covered the wound, but Dre wants to be prepared for any signs of infection, fever. What does he need?
Go ahead.
Come now. The great Azra
16.
has surely taken more dire wounds than this.
He lets out a squeak of protest before he shivers in pain again. Being a wild animal and seeing him eat all sorts of things, you're sure that any potential infection that he would get from a piece of bark, he would already have, and would be strong enough to fight it. At this stage, it's just more giving him time to rest from the wound. And as you examine your bag, as he curls up again, you see, as you're examining the bag, you see the hole that's gone through the leather pouch, and in the bottom of it, you realize the largest bone has been ripped off the body that's in there. As you pull it out, curious,
So are you talking about the bones of Azra, or... Yeah.
as you pull it out, curious, you see the bone itself has been chiseled into a small statue. Like the rest of his artwork, the statue is in blocky, kind of Aztec-like formations, showing you sitting on some kind of lizard man throne with feathers on your head, and on your shoulder a little Azra has been carved. It's covered in blood and still not fully complete, but just the piece that he was working on for you to lighten your mood at what last night's events transpired.
Dre's just gonna kiss him on the head and be like, I'm so sorry.
He opens his eye weakly, and with his small paws, grabs your chin and starts to lick away at the tears.
I promise I'll take you back. I swear it to you, I will take you back.
He rubs his head against your chin before curling up again as another spasm of pain goes through him.
good rest and he'll be fine.
My fault, though.
He's a fighter. He's prepared for death, aren't you, Ezra?
He looks at you.
Just another day's work, right? For a night.
And nods confidently.
I'll be fine. The only thing he's upset about is you being upset.
He's just gonna just pick him up. Is what he's wearing wet, or his fur or something?
His lizard, so it doesn't have fur.
I mean, his skin.
It's matted with bits of blood.
Yeah. She's just gonna try and clean up as best she can, and then same thing, get whatever she can find from her clothes or from her bag to just kind of make like a makeshift hoodie, pretty much, like something that he can just rest in.
Yeah. Do you place him back in your pocket?
No.
You wrap him up nice and warm as he curls up against his wound.
Or use prestidigitation to clean the blood off him.
He lets out another squeak to assure you that he's going to be alright before he grabs the top of it and pulls it over his face.
I don't want to put him in my pocket or in my bag or anything. I think Dre just wants to keep him as close as possible. She's just gonna turn to Björn and be like, can you just hold him, please?
Yeah. Yep. As long as he'll let me.
I pass him over.
Fits in one palm as it's curled up.
I'll follow it up, please.
He opens up the blanket, looking at you with an eye.
Don't get any funny ideas now.
He
This is
points,
just temporary.
he points to your sword, indicating that he wants his.
After his coil?
No, he wants his.
His
He
sword?
points
Oh,
to
his
it.
sword?
Yeah.
Alright. A good warrior shouldn't be without his blade. Do you know where it is? His sword.
It would be
In the pouch. Yeah.
Is it bloodied?
It's not. You can see though the end of it is covered in a dusty bone as he's been using it to chisel away the piece for you.
Is there a way I could wrap it with like a makeshift sheath so that if something ever happens like that again, it wouldn't stab him?
Hmm?
Yeah, I would do that.
If you get even like a small tweak, the needle's strong enough for you to push it
I
through
would do that.
and snap off the end and put it next to him.
There we are. All better?
He gives you a nod, takes it underneath the covers before covering himself up again.
What do I do with him?
I'm gonna get on the crow and then I'm gonna like put my hands down.
There you go.
And I'm just gonna like cry again. I'm just imagining Cassian. This is so sad.
Alright.
You guys
As
good?
you were, yes. Ready to go?
Yeah.
You don't need to piss or anything before we go because it's
My
an
bladder's
hour
not
before we get
working.
there.
Oh, Mr. Björn! Can you help me down? I need to piss. This voice comes about 100 meters into the forest as you see him still the other way as he's like,
Who's riding with Dante?
no one, and he's like, he's trying to turn it around and it's still the other way. He's grabbed the feathers and the bird is just walking into the forest.
Ah. Just stood over the side. Let's go.
Well, Mr. Bird, you hear him. No peeking.
Is everyone on?
Is everyone on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, everyone's
remember.
mounted and ready to go.
Fly low,
So who's on the vulture?
and we don't want to be seen.
We're on a crow.
I'll
Who
tell
else is
you,
on a
is
crow?
that a crow? You guys are on the water.
Okay. Tomte's by himself.
Yeah.
Who's dead?
Okay, so I just want to let you know.
Oh, and fly close.
Each beast is also considered fey and it disappears when it drops. Oh yeah, obviously I know that. The summon creatures are friendly to you and your companions. They have raw initiative for the summon creatures of the group, which has its own turns. They obey any verbal commands that you issue to them. No action required. And if you don't issue any commands to them, they defend themselves from hostile creatures, but otherwise take no actions.
What's the flight speed?
I will check it in a minute and get a tissue.
Oh
Tissues
no.
in here.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, let me check this. Sorry guys, 1 second.
While you're having a look at that, Father Bellador and Daniel. Devage, Lord Devage, disappears in a haze of bats, and as the coach speeds down the road, its wheels floating a few inches just above the ground, you hear the crack of the whip one final time before you're left alone again. The rain is falling harder than ever, and as you pull your cloaks around you with a new mission to set your mind on, what would you like to do?
Should we make way to the marshes?
That is your wish, my lord. It's strange. Who's got the lavender? Me or you?
I think I had it and I gave it to Lord Devage.
And handed it back to you.
So I'd have it.
Such beauty in such a dark and desolate plain. I've not seen the likes of it in this area, Dario.
I haven't seen much life in this area.
Are you still as keen a tracker as I left you?
I believe so.
Then we follow your lead.
I guess there's no way for me to track the lavender, is there?
Not particularly, no, unless you had some kind of magic spell or something that could aid you.
Not a spell.
Oh, it detects lavender.
I forgot.
Nice.
Perfect.
I cast track whatever I want.
Well, I guess go to the marshes, look for evidence of lavender or someone using it. Go from there. Or do you think tracking necromancers take precedence over Sergeant Riley?
Sergeant Riley, says Tinker. Why are we tracking the Sergeant? Only at this moment you realise that they're too far away to see and fully hear the conversation, sticking up to the higher ground to protect you. You come to the realisation that they haven't noticed what happened.
His soul lingers, brother. And we are but but a short window to send him home.
They're my prince. I beg you. Sergeant suffered enough in life. Let us make sure we not fail him in death.
And we won't.
What is it we track?
Stinker, is it?
Yep. Dinker and Sigil.
Have you been out in these near the marshes?
On occasional scouting missions, my father, yes.
Tell me, have you ever come across the likes of lavender or any other life?
Nothing good grows here, father. And all life is twisted and corrupted. I have not even seen a common weed here. What does the lavender represent?
It's the last thing. Sergeant. Is it Sergeant or Captain?
Sergeant?
It's the last thing Sergeant Riley remembers. It's the only clue we have to go off from.
Curse them. What kind of sick, twisted murderer kills and leaves a token behind? Are they proud of their work?
Do not despair, brother. Do not look at the folly in this, but the hope it leaves. For
Forgive
without it, we have nothing to go on. Save our brother.
Forgive me, father.
There is
But-
naught to be forgiven.
The wound is still fresh, and if we have a chance of avenging him, please, father, my prince, let us.
Sigma's aid, we will.
The choice has been made.
Well,
We go to the marshes.
this twisted.
We must move quickly, yet quietly. I do not know
To get moving.
what lies ahead. But this is a sign and a direction. And though it is not much, it is something. Jinka, Siva, scout ahead, 300 feet, no further.
What is your command, father?
Before they go, one moment, and I pull out the canister, twist it, and I
Mhm.
cast Pass Without a Trace. Again, for your safety.
They readjust their packs and their weapons, and with a final nod to you both, they head off into the darkness, quickly disappearing among the twisted trees. And before long, they're out of sight, occasionally appearing again in the flashes of thunder. As you guys proceed, they report back every now and then with signals indicating that the road ahead is clear. And as you get closer to the marshes, Malachus Tower looms ahead. It's at this point that they come back and indicate some men and a caravan on the road.
So when they indicated like the men in caravan, did they give us like, any hints that like be cautious, like the men are armed?
Yeah, they indicate 12 men, all armed, one caravan.
Did you say as they were nearing the marshes? So many...
As they were nearing Malchus Tower.
Okay.
You know
What
which
time?
direction this the road leads to?
It's the same route that you guys are taking to Malchus Tower, and they're ahead of you. This is about 4 o'clock in the morning now.
And we don't see them yet?
As you guys close the distance to the scouts, they lead you off the road through a small path through the trees, and eventually swing back around the road. Through the flashes of lightning and through twisted trees, you stop about 100 meters off the road as you see the caravan moving silently with only one light on the front of the wagon. 12 men, all armed, move silently under thick leathered capes, occasionally some at the rear stopping, checking behind them before moving up to the rest of the group.
Can I just see what I can deduce about the men? Like, are they men of the front line? Do they look like mercenaries? Are they definitely men, not like spectral beings?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Make an investigation check.
Can I investigate as well? Just more. Dara's trying to figure out if they're a threat or if he needs to stay hidden.
Sure, go ahead. Make an insight check.
I got 6.
Natural 20. So 23.
The 12 in front of you are all definitely human. Armed with an array of weapons. A few quite poor, others quite heavily armed and armoured. No weapons are drawn, and they don't look like the Austin Mark or Imperial troops. They're some kind of band of mercenaries. And it looks like they're escorting the caravan as 6 flank its front and 6 flank its rear.
Do they look orderly, or do they look like a mishmash group?
Sorry, what was the uncle's
They
name
don't
again?
look like they're marching in any kind of formation, yet they all look like they are all seasoned warriors. However, there does seem to be some kind of uncertainty between the group, as if they're not all one combined force, and perhaps a few smaller forces put together,
Yeah.
or members put together.
Yeah.
Can we see inside the caravan?
You cannot.
Does it?
Sorry. This is a wooden wagon.
Doesn't move as if
Is the wall still there?
like something's heavy in there?
It is moving very slow, and only drawn by one horse.
Are we close enough to hear them?
You are. Yeah. There's absolutely no talking.
The weapons, as in, swords and stuff, or are they carrying rifles?
No, all are carrying swords. There is a few crossbowmen though. Now, however, the one thing that stands out to you most is the driver. Through the flashes of lightning, you see a black mask covering his eyes.
So, do we hear anything inside the wagon, like, say if it's gold clinking, if it's like, say, warpstone? No.
Even if it was making some noise, it would be too hard to hear over the rain and the thunder.
Oh, was it still raining in our time? Like in the morning?
What's that, sorry?
Was it still raining where we were?
No. Oh, it's drizzling.
Sorry.
Alright, just based on what I see at this point in time, I'll see if the men like wait until they leave, or like just slowly and quietly move forward, like continuing our path and trying not to get up.
Alright, so they're moving in the same direction as you guys are going.
So we'll still move forward, but slower than them.
Sure.
Then stay on the road.
Like
You're in the forest at the moment on the side of the road.
Yeah.
unless there's something you want to do.
As you move all silently, I need you all to make stealth checks with, or just pass without a trace.
They all get
automatically.
plus 10 to their
Plus
rolls.
10? No,
Yeah.
wicked, yep. So all make stealth checks.
Lucky I passed it.
Yeah. So I got 21.
I got 25.
Sivok and Dinka, accustomed to going on missions like this, pick a path of least resistance. Not stepping on any twigs and avoiding any trees or branches that have fallen to not make any noise. It's about a half an hour of tense, draining movement before eventually, under the Tower of Malekith, the caravan slowly comes to a stop. You watch in silence as a man draped in a leather cloak emerges from the side of the road. I need both of you to make perception checks.
Twenty-two.
17.
You and the Emperor's Hurricanes spot him at the same time. A group cleverly camouflaged just ahead of you in the forest, flanking the caravan. And as Sivok points to the other side, you see another group moving in the shadows. You see the glint of steel quietly being drawn as a crossbow is slowly placed in a prepared almost nest, fallen tree covered with leaves. Is there anything you'd like to do?
How many men on each side do we see?
4 on either side.
4 on each side.
Do I... Like, we know they're camouflaged. Can we tell, like, anything about them? Like, yeah, human, vampire,
Humans.
young,
Wait.
old?
Not too sure underneath their cloaks.
So, sorry, I just want to say, do you guys remember how Tommen hired different people. So it's clearly making them like there's a different story for everyone. Someone's getting ambushed right now, and then that's
There's
getting.
a slow nod from the masked rider to the man at the front. And all of a sudden, you hear the twang of a crossbow, a heavy crossbow. And as the bolt flies through the air, there's a moment of panic before it rips straight through one of the men, puncturing through the caravan, coming out the other side. Chaos. There's a few seconds of chaos as a few more bolts fly, and as the men step out of their hiding places, absolute slaughter in a few seconds. You see the quick flurry of weapons, unique. You see swords, bladed chains, you see spears, and all of them professional at killing. In a moment of seconds, 12 men are dispatched, leaving only the rider. There's a slow, tense silence. You watch as one of the 12 crawls away, leaving a bloody trail of water and entrails through the mud. You hear him begging for his life through ragged gasps of breath before a blade, a curved blade on a chain, flies through the air, catches him around the neck, and as the chain goes taut, the man gives one final plea before it cleanly cuts off his head. The masked man gets down, unhooks the caravan, gets on the horse, turns around, and begins making his way back down the road.
Is he riding a weird horse or normal horse?
It's a normal horse.
Oh shit.
You guys were just sitting there watching the whole time.
So,
Should we say something?
so the camouflage people are still there.
They have now, they're on the road, most of them are on the road doing the killing, are now picking up the caravan and wheeling it up the hill into the tower.
How far's the tower again?
You're directly underneath it. Oh, my prince, should we do something? Would you like us to follow them?
You saw how quickly they took out that band of mercenaries.
Perhaps they were the ones that took out Sergeant Riley.
I think it's better if we come back with more numbers.
Sivok lets out a frustrated, low growl as the doors to the tower are closed behind the last man. Up in the sky above, you hear the screeching of the Varkas drawn to fresh blood.
It is not safe here. Let us move. And then reconvene.
Let's go.
Where would you like to move? On the road, through the forest? Keeping in mind that you guys have been travelling all night as well.
Yeah, so seeing what we saw, there's clearly some sort of life for people here, and very well trained. I'd say we'd want to move far enough away from Malachus Tower and this area, but not too far that we can't get back if we want to. So far enough that we would be out of sight or range of their sentry if they have one out.
Moving deeper into the forest.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you would be moving parallel to the marshes now. Yeah.
And then like I path through the forest. Would that lead us past the camouflaged area where they were hiding?
You would have to get closer first, or you could go directly away from the tower. So if you imagine, can I have a pen, please? So if you imagine Malachus Tower here.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say tower, it's the majority of it is a tower. However, it does have small ruined walls with like a courtyard and some smaller buildings there.
Mm-hmm.
The road. This is built up on a hill. The road goes around Malachus Tower. This continues to lead to the marshlands. The road continues through there, and you guys have been tracking them through the forest here. Troops were here and at the base of the tower where there's trees and rubble and everything. The attack was done here.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are now moving that way, parallel to that, deeper into the forest.
Just to confirm, the guys that were in that camouflage area, have they left?
Yeah,
They're
they
the ones
got
that
up.
attacked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
okay.
attacked, got up, killed everyone, and then took the caravan and took it up the hill and around into Malachus Tower.
Should we
I know what was in that caravan.
investigate the camouflaged area just in case?
We're not safe to get too close to it. We can come back, but for now, I think we move away. And then make a plan.
It's
And
probably
then
not
decide to
squared
come
mass
back.
as well. It's probably not what would happen to us if we came back this way as well.
You guys quickly move into the forest, picking up speed the further you get away, and not before long, you hear the rushing of diving wings. You chance a glance to look back behind you, and all you see on the road is something, a large shadow, diving before chunks of mud are thrown everywhere and a body is ripped off the ground.
Oh shit.
Moments later, another one comes from a different direction. Disappearing back into the night sky. And like pigeons picking out a few grains, within a matter of a minute, the bodies disappear off the road. Leaving no trace or evidence that 12 men had just been murdered here.
Bloody hell.
Back to the Fate Broken. You're all mounted and ready to go. Malachus Tower behind you, the swampy marshes in front. What's the game plan?
Okay. I give the command. Okay, I just want to let you know their stats. Their speed is 60.
Mm-hmm.
They have keen sight and smell, which perception checks advantage on sight and smell.
Mm-hmm.
And pack tactics. The vulture has advantage on an attack roll against a creature if at least one of the vulture's allies is within 5 feet of the creature and the ally isn't incapacitated.
Okay.
So obviously the crow there, it's allies, so
Awesome.
are you okay if I just go Giant Vulture's stats for the ravens as well? Because I'm pretty sure it's the same.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. I will give the command. We want to fly low, don't we?
Sorry?
We want to fly low, don't we?
We want to fly as low as possible, stay close, and all the speed they can muster.
I was going to cruises.
You give the command in a ancient, broken language. And as you do, they all cock their heads at you, watching you with beady eyes, before the one that you're on takes the lead. First of all, taking steps, and then going into a run, before launching itself with its giant wings off the ground. You hear Dante screaming somewhere in the background, but it's lost to the rushing of wind. Cold rain is turned into piercing needles as it hits your face, and as the wind picks up your hair and rushes past you, you find yourself in the clouds. You look back and you see Dante, still the wrong way, clutching for his life on the pigeon. Which one did you jump on?
It's not a pigeon, that's not a chicken.
I mean,
Did you jump on with the uncle? Or?
if Jace could have, he would have.
Yeah, you could have. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm presuming you're the right way. He's clutching onto it with his face in your chest, screaming. And you're on the vulture.
Yeah.
And you're gliding like on each side just behind you. The heat and the smell of the marshes can still be smelt and felt up here. A stinking, salty smell suffocates your senses, and you find yourself quickly, even under the piercing rain, sweating underneath your clothes from the heat emerging from the hundreds, perhaps thousands of bodies that are rotting underneath you. The smell is unbearable, and the rushing wind does nothing to dilute the smell.
Sorry, can I just say, if I'm able to, I want to take out the pocket that had Azra's blood in it and drop it on the ground somewhere.
The pouch?
That Azra's blood was in, that he was in.
Yeah, that had the body in it as well.
Yeah, I want to take the bones out
Oh, yeah,
before we fly because I don't want the scent of the blood to be carried with us.
Smart. Okay.
Alright.
Thank you.
That is where we'll take a quick break. We'll come back in 15 minutes to continue our story. Thank you. I just want to quickly chat to you guys. Welcome back. Drea, as you dump the bones,
Not the bones, the bag, the pouch.
or the bag, sorry, you see it fall to the ground, to the rushing ground. And as it disappears from sight, you all hear a whistle before something wishes past you. I can't do a whistling sound. Insert post-production. It whistles past you, and as it disappears, just before it disappears, you realise it's an arrow.
What?
Oh god.
It flies between your bird and Jace's and Dante's. What do you guys do?
What direction is it coming from?
It came from behind you guys.
I mean,
Behind?
like in the air?
What?
It came from the
Huh?
ground behind you guys, shooting up at you as you guys take flight.
Alright, okay, so it came from a single direction. Can we look at that direction?
You can.
Are we, because we're skimming above the trees, yes?
Yeah, there is no trees in the swampland.
Oh,
maybe
sorry.
one or two. It's a thick, boggy marshland, and you're just taking flight and starting to go above the marshlands as it comes back from where you guys were
Oh,
and goes past you.
What?
Whoa. Whoa, that's some arrow.
Okay, I tell my birds to fly zigzag.
Alright.
But not in the same direction. As in all three of us go this way.
I want to try and
Intertwining,
pinpoint where
because it's harder
came from.
Yeah, I would
Alright.
like to pinpoint where.
Alright, make a perception check as the birds break formation and start swerving in and out of each other. The arrow disappears into the marshlands, whistling as it goes. What'd you get?
6 minus 2.
Oh, come on, birds, make a perception check.
They may?
Check because I have advantage.
They may?
Okay.
Sorry, just give me a sec.
I'm just gonna roll the same dice for all three. Or should I do different dice? Because I might get higher.
That's 14.
That is 11.
14, 11.
Sorry, I'm gonna do that again because I knocked them. It's just advantage, guys. That's definitely low. Okay, they got 15, 17, and a 12.
The one that you're on screeches as it cocks its head back around you guys, turning unnaturally like birds do, almost 180 degrees, as you can see its eye as it blinks, trying to focus on something underneath the ground. What'd you get?
11.
And Jace?
14.
With your bird and Dante's being the furthest behind, probably because of Dante's screaming as he tries to hold on for dear life, you turn around, agile in your seat, and as you're facing the same direction as your uncle now, back on the ground, bursting out of the trees, you see a group of 4 men. One is just lowering his bow.
Dario.
As you see Dario.
What?
Oh shit!
Shut up!
I was just kidding! God damn it!
Does Jace can see it's Dario from here?
Hang on.
You see Father Bellador next to him and 2 Imperial troops either side.
Hang on. Oh.
Is that hard?
Yep.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel.
We have a cat pop. Say hi, Miles.
This one's very alive.
He's
That's
very
Dante.
needy and loves to be in the studio.
And loves dice.
What the fuck?
How'd you guys get this so quick?
Why are you shooting at us?
Shit! The priest's trying to kill us again.
So we all see
Yep.
and
If we talk, can we hear each other?
No.
Well, like if
But,
Jason's
like-
shouting that at
Oh,
us.
it's you guys? Yeah.
Yeah.
so we all see it's Dario. Sorry.
Yeah.
Isn't he your friend?
What the fuck? Message.
Are you messaging me?
Yes.
It's a signal. Signaling you guys.
What are you doing out here?
He's still flying away.
Yeah, no, this is like
The
fun.
girls are fighting.
Yeah.
We'll just
If you
fun.
like, you can circle back around, so you're not going further into the swamps.
We're tracking something.
We'll fly around them. We'll circle them.
How?
The fuck are shooting at us for?
If I wanted to kill you guys, you'd
All 4 of you in 1 arrow.
be exactly.
It's alright. Let's land. Maybe they're here to help.
Here to help, they just tried to shoot us.
If he wanted to hit us, he would have.
I can't argue with that.
I speak
Could
to
you
my
help us get
crows.
down, Drea?
I speak to my crows. Enjoy it.
The crows adjust their wings, and you all feel a sinking sensation in your stomach as they begin dropping altitude. And not before long, they come flapping their wings, throwing debris and dust around you guys before they softly land. Ah, Mr. Dreyer, that was fast, eh?
I jump off my crow.
For like 5 minutes.
Alright. Explanations. You change your mind, decide to join us anyway.
I'd like to keep my eye out for any activities, I guess.
I took
Mhm.
on Azra.
He has poked his head out.
I thought you were going to say his book to the stick again.
Seeing Dario given a weak smile
Aww.
and a wave before going back in.
Here's the thing. As I said back at the estate, we do it my way. No arguments. I lead this back. I was like,
Watch your tongue, sir. You are speaking to the Prince of Ostenmark.
Are you the Baron?
I've never met these guys before.
Are you the Baron?
No, but you see two Imperial armed troops.
I know exactly what it is I speak to. Soldier, whatever you are.
Oh, shit.
Sivok steps forward, slinging his gun across his back as he goes for his sword. He starts drawing it as
I put my hand on his shoulder. Say,
That's right.
Bjorn is a friend, but Bjorn, please, speak to this man with respect. He's defending our people, my people.
if you are a friend, then speak politely to your prince. And he slams his sword back in his scabbard.
Respectfully, I ask you to go fuck yourself.
With the knowledge, travelling all night, and with the knowledge of their sergeant now still haunting these plains, Sivok is like the frustration and the anger on his face is clear. And if you weren't there, Dario, and Father Bellador, he would have crossed swords with this man.
As I was saying,
Sorry, just. So, who's the other guy? Sorry, Sivok and Dinko.
Dinko.
Yeah.
Liquor.
Sivok, Dinko. Watch our sixes. We'll be about a minute.
Dinko gives you a nod as Sivok locks eyes with Björn before Dinko puts a hand on his shoulder and turns him around and pulls him away. They make their way down the road and each disappear on each side of the road.
So why'd you try to shoot us?
I didn't try to shoot you.
Hmm.
It was a whistling arrow, just trying to get your attention.
Oh.
Alright. Got our attention, mate. You here for round 2, Pops?
Shit, everyone's right together.
no, fuck it.
Father Bell is just the whole time he's just been staring at Jace, and I want to do an insight check to see what stage he is
Go
trying
ahead.
to determine.
You're making me real uncomfortable, mate. Eyes up here, huh?
22.
What?
You can tell that although it can't be stopped, it seems to have slowed its progress. You're not sure why until you hear a thud as Dante falls off the crow. And you immediately recognize from Sabe's reports who this unusual character is. Nephew, you have lots of friends here.
Yeah.
He dusts himself off. Oi. You have very big friends.
Yeah, I don't know. He tried to kill me, so does that make us friends? I don't know how this works.
Yeah, usually, I mean, like, Mr. Hat tried to kill me, Mr. Dryer tried to kill me. Yeah, you're all friends. Captain, you know this man?
Yes, I do.
He's bigger than you, Captain.
That doesn't mean anything.
Hey, Mr. Big Man. You're friendly? Like, you're kind of scary, man.
I love him.
How much has Save told me? Just like name who he is.
Name who he is.
Yeah.
You know, a brief description that he's harmless, really. And that through conversation, he has told Save that he is related to the Javois. Oh, a big man doesn't, does he speak nephew? Like,
No,
does he understand?
No, he doesn't speak common.
It's always the big ones.
You have to hand signal.
Okay,
I'm gonna just start circling. Are you off the bird or are you down?
Oh, yeah, I'm down.
Okay. I'm just gonna sort of circle around, just inspecting from all sides, just make sure.
yeah.
If you're looking for the light farther, you won't find it where we're headed.
Right. Is Mr. Father here? Mr. Horns?
That's a no.
Okay.
That's a no.
What are you doing here, Dario?
We are tracking something.
What?
You might be able to help. If not the lavender, I'm like,
Apparently all I do is run, so... I'm not sure if I can. How's your precious kingdom faring while you... track flowers?
well, the men on the front lines, they're doing better. Which is
Looked pretty fucked when I saw them. Should probably see to that.
I plan to. It's good to see you're alive.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So, did you have Az out, did you say?
No, I'm just checking up on him.
Oh.
Just kind of like trying to keep him as warm as possible.
And so
Sit on the crow.
as waved at me,
Yeah.
I would have seen as injured.
Yeah.
I actually want to make my way to as because Bjorn's being petty.
I'm still on the crow. Yeah, go to your other friend.
Dre's,
You approach, and as weakly turns Andrea's arms and gives you a salute.
I saw him back. I reach out my hand to him, like, may I?
I'll pass it to
Make a religious check.
you.
As he passes to me, I will kind of like clasp my hand gently, and I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Nice.
Thank you, Dario.
Is that
What y'all whispering about?
he gets +6.
Wait to see what that does.
what is going on over there?
What's that mean?
So
So I've just casted Cure Wounds on.
Needs a plus, yes.
You see as stretch in your hands, and as your energy fades, he takes a peek underneath the bandage before jumping up and hugging your face.
I just kind of like pat him on the back.
He then launches from your face onto you, Drea,
Yeah.
and squeaks in your ear as he runs into your hair, runs into your face, pulls the bandage up to show you, and starts licking your face.
No, I just give him like a hug, and then I look at
Another one. Last one. I'll give something.
I look at Daria and I just say, thank you.
As
Oh yeah.
like pats your face with his hands as he nudges your head,
I didn't pass.
and
Oh no.
for the first time realizes the big birds. Immediately launches himself out your hands, and as it disappears into the foliage, the next moment you see a green little dot on the head of one of the birds before he makes his way down the side and onto the eye.
I would assume that all of the creatures that I summon, because I relate to my allies, them and Azra are like friends. Like, yeah.
You hear chirping between them,
Yeah.
almost as if as has become a bird, and as you hear small chirping from him, a louder chirp emits from the birds as they all kind of come together around the one bird that Az is on.
Yeah. I let them have their moment and I step away.
I'm gonna approach them actually.
The birds. If Father Bell is approaching where Azra is, I will actually stick behind because I'm like hyper vigilant around Azra at the moment. So
You
just keeping an eye on it. Like
You
what's
see
going
all
on.
the birds cock their heads, sizing up this large man in their eye before you see their eyes glance over to you, their heads cocking in a manner as if they're asking a question.
I put my hand up as if like help, but be aware.
When I get close enough, I just wanna go down to one knee and just hold my hand out to Azra.
Azra is currently inside of the beak of one of the birds.
I don't know why I imagine Azra going getting worms and like feeding it to the birds through his mouth.
And as he turns
Like a
around,
mummified.
noticing you, you see him jump down, disappear into the foliage before you feel something on your back, before his face appears beneath in front of your eye, upside down. He pauses there for a second, gazing into your eyes. Almost looking for questions. You see him disappear. And as the foliage rustles around you, he appears again in front of you with his sword, drawing it from his scabbard. And in the ground he begins to draw. With his back to you, he frantically works. He draws a large toad-like creature on a throne that floats between the stars. Underneath him, he draws a crude version of a man, naked except for a circlet around his head and a leopard printed tunic around his waist.
Mm.
The man seems to be dead, floating in space. He then steps to the side and draws it again, the same image. Yet the toad-like creature is raising his hand. And as he goes down, he draws the man again. He's floating vertically under the man now, his arms raised up and a star burning behind him. And as he finishes, Azra returns to look at you, points to the first image, and points to the second, and then runs up onto your hand, and with his needle sword, taps the hammer amulet hanging around your neck.
And grab the amulet with my other hand.
He turns and points to the man, which even in his Aztec-like drawings, you clearly know is signal.
Well,
Very rare occasion. See Father Bell smile as a tear starts running down his cheek.
What the fuck is going on?
He's going to lower his hand to the ground to let us.
Almost like a kid with a low attention span. He notices the birds again, drops his sword, and runs up again before appearing through the nostril of one of them.
What? That's some nostrils?
Yeah, on their
Yeah.
beaks.
Yeah.
what the hell?
Right.
In my time with Azra, like obviously he's done drawings, but has he ever drawn Sigma?
First time you've seen him draw Sigma.
It's interesting.
And you're shocked as you watch over Father Ballador's shoulder that he even knows who Sigma is.
Just in case no one heard me before. What the actual fuck is going on? Hello? Papa Bell? What the fuck?
Oh, Mr. Björn, Papa Bell doesn't, Mr. Papa Bell, he's, what do you say like nephew?
Doesn't talk English.
He doesn't talk, man. He's all size, no cojones. Oh no, the cojones are down here. You know, Mr. Björn, like he's not very smart. He's talking with a bug.
Thank you, Dante.
Oh, Mr. Björn, we're friends, I heard.
Jace looks at Dante with the biggest grin. Want some tea?
Yeah, I mean, like, we made it, right, nephew? Let's, you want to get some sticks, and I get, yeah.
I mean, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So I would have still been talking to Drea,
So I'm drawing to his
and I'm
signal
like,
with the star behind you.
I pull out the lavender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Is there-
toad on a throne
Can you tell me?
in the
Can you
stars,
tell who used this?
raising
Or
his hand and Sigma underneath him.
can you
coming
track
to life,
who
essentially,
this belongs
with the
to?
star.
Lavender. Why are you tracking it?
It's linked to Sergeant Riley. Is there anything?
I mean, lavender is used in many remedies. Ointments, spells, sleeping aid, perfume. You have to be more specific, Daria.
How long have we been here?
There's also different types of
10
lavenders.
minutes.
All the information I know is that when Sergeant Riley was murdered, the only thing he remembers, he just smelt it. And they left it on his body. that was left on his plate.
How long does this go like?
It's concentration up to an hour, I believe. Yeah, concentration up to an hour.
Mr. Eyepatch, your friend, Mr. Papa Bell, is crying. Nephew, does he speak?
Who? Mr. Eyepatch?
Mr. Eyepatch.
Yeah, but he's blind in both eyes. He just wears the eye patch for looks.
Mr. Eyepatch, you can hear me, yeah? Over here.
He's deaf in one ear.
Yes. Your friend, Mr. Papa Bell, who's over here. He claps above his head. He's crying. You want to does he want tea or?
So if I look at Father Bell, does he look happy?
He looks happy. Yeah.
I'm like, he'll take some tea, good sir.
Okay. He steps in front of you and goes, Dante, makes tea for Mr. Father Bell.
When he reaches out, I'm going to take his hand, both mine. Tea would be great, Dante.
Okay, you.
Okay.
It seems like he has no time that you've spoken.
Alright. Is this why you're here? How did you find us anyway? Talking about the lavender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to be rude, Dario, but
It
we're
might
tracking
be something
lavender.
else to
Can I just start
Yeah,
this
you can
day?
do it, yeah.
You can come
Like,
with us. You were tracking lavender for Sergeant Riley's death, that you can come with us. You said you need to go back to your city. Have you abandoned it for Sergeant Riley?
No, I'm not a man.
Then what are you doing here?
I'm helping someone that would have helped me. No, don't say that. I don't say that. I don't say that.
I was
Dig
gonna
it down
say,
hard.
you're gonna be I know what my bro's back, okay?
He is one of the people I'm fighting for, as are his wife and his child. This is the last thing I can do for him, as I wasn't there for him when he died.
Right.
I just want to say, as a person in the middle of the situation, Leon was just trying to do that for Jace.
Who's, by the way, not to be rude, but can still be saved. Whereas Riley was just dead.
Riley can still be saved. And then I look back to Trevor. Please, if you can do anything,
I mean, I don't know what you want me to do.
anything.
I'll take the lavender and I inspect it. I'll make a show, not a show out of it, but can I tell it's my lavender?
Make a deception check.
Oh,
What's your insight, Dario?
+3.
It's like, you know, bro. You're just trying to get it out of me? Like, just
Like,
say it outright.
Dari doesn't know, but he
Suspect?
Drea doesn't know that Daria doesn't know.
Yeah.
he's trying to get any information.
That's a straight tip.
Troy seems off to you, Dario. The way she's avoiding eye contact with you, avoiding looking at the lavender, and even the way she's taking it and having a look at it, inspecting it harder than it should be inspected. Maybe because you've spent some time back at court now, seeing the people put on shows telling you what you want, maybe making you more attuned to when someone is lying to you.
I'm ready for this.
Freya,
Like I said, it's normal lavender. There are different types of lavender. I wouldn't have grown here. I mean, we haven't
Freya,
seen months.
I'm sorry I left. Right? I know you guys are helping Jace, but helped as, and I do not mean to pull this card, but
Help is not a currency target.
no, but isn't help what friends do for each other? I'm simply asking for your help.
Well, I am helping you. I don't know what else you want me to do.
You're hiding. You're being weird, Dre.
Hey,
It's been a rough
How
few
long has it
days,
been
man.
here?
You haven't been here.
It's around 15 minutes now.
I think you should back off, Dario.
Betrayal. I just need something.
I said back off. I'm gonna push it.
Oh shit.
At that moment, out of the bushes,
Fucking hell, who
you
else was
hear
surprised?
the charging roar of someone filled with rage
Damn!
as Sivok rushes at you.
Holy
shit.
I need you to make a strength saving, dex saving throw.
Hang on. Can we because he's yelling, we'd
Dex
be able to
saving throw?
anticipate him, right?
He
Ooh, that's
is
a bad roll.
like popped out the bushes
14.
closer than where he left.
14.
You're tackled around the waist, and as you fly off your feet, hitting the ground hard, a rage-filled Sivok is on top of you, and the next thing you see is his fist getting pulled back.
I would like to do something. My vulture is gonna grab this motherfucker.
Can I quickly
Both of you make a initiative check.
Can I?
No one's gonna come to my brother
this
like
shit.
that. Shut the
I-
fuck up.
I got 10.
Hang on.
Did I get to do anything? No, my
You can make an initiative check as well.
initiative.
Oh, what am I doing? What?
17.
Sorry, I'm just trying to. Oh, that sucks.
11.
A 4. Wait, no, that's intelligence. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're pretty stupid too.
I don't know where the initiative is found.
It's
Should
on
be
the
on
bonus screen.
ability save senses.
Do I
Oh,
just
no.
use my initiative?
Just
Yep.
Oh, I'm looking at. Okay, that makes a bit more sense, guys. 7.
You hear Sivok screaming, "Do not touch the fucking prince!"
Oh,
As his fist launches forward straight towards Bjorn's face. Father Bellador, you may act.
Okay, so Father Bell was sort of entranced by this, and he was just saying a silent prayer, but the thud of Bjorn hitting the ground sort of snaps him out of it. Enough.
That's what you do.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Me and my vultures are ready to save.
holy shit, I can't believe you were like right on it. As soon as I
Yeah.
touched it, you were like at that moment. I was like, what the fuck's going on? It's just that
I love
fucker.
it.
You're so on it.
I'm
But
gonna
I asked her nicely.
get down,
It's
fed
because
up with how
Bjorn
much time I wasted.
knows
Yeah.
and he's like trying
And
to
grab
And
some
win the
also,
tea.
like,
situation.
the shit that just has happened in not even
Plus
the last
that as
24
well.
hours.
Oh, with disadvantage?
Yeah.
2.
Otherwise,
Who's next in the initiative line?
20.
I had 11.
I got 7.
I got 10.
I mean, I got
Yeah.
4, sorry.
Sorry. And he's
Wait,
gonna
seven.
get up slowly.
Yeah.
Am I getting punched? Or am I...
You're about to, but you have a chance to act. This is you're all practically acting at the same time.
Block that motherfucker.
Like, can I
Keep
do a
him in
normal
the
movement or
notes.
just reaction or something?
No, you may do a normal movement.
Alright.
So I'm gonna get up and just slowly start making my way towards him.
Yep.
I love Father though.
Alright. As Sivok,
Sivok.
as his fist is launching towards me, connect with the dirt as I misty step over top of him and just
Oh!
put my whole weight on him.
That's badass.
You hear the thud of the ground as Sivok's fist impacts with full force, and as your weight drops on top of him, you hear the snap of his wrist as it snaps underneath him,
Shit.
crushing his arm underneath him as you put all your weight on top of him. Who's next?
And I'm gonna like crouch down, near his head, and I'm gonna say, and I thought I told you to fuck off. Or fuck yourself, whatever I said. I forgot.
At this point,
What level? Yeah?
you hear thudding of
1, 2, 3, 4.
Dinker's footsteps right behind you. Who's next in the initiative?
Me.
That was just a bonus action, obviously.
Alright, well, if you want to do anything else, you may. Because Dinker's coming full force
Nah,
at you
just
right
keep
now.
going. Just keep going. That's right.
Alright.
It's fine.
What levels? Yeah?
I will kind of like. So I'll get on my knees, have my hand on Sivok, and I'll be like this towards Bjorn, but like. So he can't punch him or anything.
Yeah.
I'm like. Enough. End this before it gets too far.
Call your dogs off, Prince.
Dinker's rushing. Do you want to say anything to Dinker? He's
Yeah, I'll yell, halt.
Dinker, seeming the more calmer of the two, comes to a skid in front of you, although the frustration in his face is clear as he sees one of his friends' wrists broken, and he's just as angry that Bjorn's laid hands on you as Sivok is, Drea, but he stops.
I'm not gonna get my watcher to get him, but one of my watches is to kind of slowly start, like, not full circle, but being around Dinker. Like, I'm sizing you up, man. And then I'm just gonna walk over to Bjorn and, like, not shove Dario off, but kind of, like, give Bjorn space to get off. You know?
Dinker looks your bird in the eye, his hand on the hilt of his sword. He's faced darker things than larger birds, yet the presence of this creature is still quite threatening. Sivok struggles underneath you, cursing in the dirt as his face is pushed down, and as Dario says that, Drea does that, what are you doing?
Seems like I can't
I'm presuming
see my
full
hand.
weight on Sivok.
I'll get off Sivok. I mean, I didn't actually want to come to this, but if someone's going to attack me, you know what I mean? But I'll deliberately, like, make a show of getting off him. You know what I mean? So I'm
Yeah,
not just,
I-
like, backing up straight away. I'm just going to, like shove him and sort of step aside.
Yeah.
Like, fuck
Like,
you.
full on.
Besides, I didn't even hit him. He hurt himself.
Yeah. Unfit training also.
Back up. This is how you treat your friends.
How far are we from the marshes?
Next.
Right on the edge.
Are we still in initiative order?
Broken for now.
Oh, now.
My friends would
I don't want to
like
break this up, but I'd like to do something.
Okay.
What are you insinuating I had?
So you come here, you track us all the way here to accuse us and attack us. What's next?
I didn't attack you.
A friend, Lord Bjorn. As close as they may be.
Do you know what, Father?
Still show respect to their lords.
It wasn't until you showed up,
I'm gonna help Civic up.
things started getting fucked up around
He
here.
goes to put his weight on his wrist, and you see it just his hand bend as it's already starting to swell as you help him up just before he falls again. His face covered in dirt, filled with rage. He spits dirt out, his chest heaving as he breathes hard, glaring daggers at you, Bjorn.
And a soldier, Civic, follows orders. No matter how dutiful they are towards their lords. You were given an order. From here on in, should any man of this party attack your lord, your orders are to protect him. But they were not as such before.
He breathes hard, still looking daggers at Björn. He gives you a side glance, his face filled with rage, yet when he meets your eyes, it quickly turns to shame.
As I'm talking to him, I'm gonna, as I was walking up, I had a link of my chain, which is now glowing gold, and I'm gonna put it against his wrist, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, nice.
As I'm talking to him.
He gives Björn one last dirty look.
Try technique over power next time, mate.
We are done with this folly. We talk civilly. Over some tea.
Sure. Let's have some tea. Let's all have some fucking tea. Dante, how are we going with the tea?
Oh, Mr. Björn! Dante has not realised a thing has happened. Mr. Björn, it is like, like maybe 1 to 10 minutes away. You want like a cup or 2 cups, and you want sugar or like 2 sugar?
I drink it plain. How about you, Dario? Would
Oh,
you like sugar?
That's good, Mr. Björn, because I can't afford sugar. So,
No sugar. We're out, fresh out of sugar.
Sivok, underneath his breath, and only quietly enough for you to hear. My apologies, Father. Fixes his cloak and walks past you.
Before he does, I'm going to reach up and fix his cloak for him. I admire your courage, son. But there are things at play bigger than you can imagine. Follow orders.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if we can go.
So
He moves off.
So while that was happening, I want to scout ahead to the marshes
Mm-hmm.
because this crowd is reckless, and see if I can find a path before coming back.
Alright, go ahead and make a perception check.
That's smart.
Dante begins handing out tea while this is happening. Again, oblivious to the tense situation that's going on, talking, joking with Jace, before coming back to the fire and pouring himself one.
Is that
14.
14. The marshes are untrackable. They are a barren wasteland of bodies, mud, and thick, sludgy water. Although you do find some higher points in the marshes that would provide some better walking surfaces,
I just realised
you're still gonna be knee deep in marsh water.
I'd like to stay here for about another 10 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
see if the fog shifts,
Mm-hmm.
and see if I can find any other detail.
Okay. Anything specific you're looking for?
Yeah, a couple things. How many are the zombies shifting? How dense is the crowds?
Mhm.
What looks like could be shallow,
Mhm.
and what looks like could be the most visible or the most foggy area. Just all like small little details.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright.
Or if there's any rocky paths or just anything, or
Yep. Alright. Easy. And 10 minutes you want to spend?
Yeah. Well, this is while all this is
It's
happening.
happening. Alright. Easy.
I call Elzra over to share my tea.
He comes over to you again, happy to be okay and reunited with his friends, and settles into your arms and begins, or sticks his full head into the boiling tea before coming back up and letting out a sigh of relief as steam just rises from his head.
Cutie.
While we're sitting down,
I'm
actually,
gonna send you some of the games that I'd like to do.
can I call out to Az to come to me? I just want to check up on something. See if my spell worked.
That's also good.
He
He's his own
senses
person.
your
Disapproval.
tenseness and hesitates and looks up at you, questioning why he's feeling this energy from you.
With my head, I kind of nod later.
Bjorn's pacing, trying to angrily, drink his tea, but it's so hot, so it's like, puts it he's like kind of cursing under his breath and then sips it again, but he's like pacing between everyone.
Yeah. As makes his way over to you. You've sent it.
So I want to kind of like move away, not move away, but like turn to the side from everyone, kind of like check up on him.
Can I move so I can still see Ezra?
Yeah, you would still be able to see him.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm not like.
Turns
But then,
around,
like I'll
I wish I
adjust
could
him.
No.
And as I move him to one side, I want to have the lavender in my hand and whisper like, do you recognize this? Or like, do you know? Because again, like, my train of thought is Dre is hiding something. I know she's lying to me. So if she knows something and she won't tell me, maybe Az will.
That's so sneaky,
Bitch.
betray.
I'm just asking like if he...
First you betray us,
If
and then
he
you want
can
my
track
son
her.
to betray us? I mean, it's not betrayal, I didn't do anything.
I just sent you something.
I'm sorry, but
No, it's fine, man. Do whatever you want.
Make
Just what's the
a.
consequences?
Has to happen.
So you obviously don't want Dre to see this, right?
yeah.
Alright, make a performance check.
Sleight of hand.
Make a sleight of hand.
I would just like to remind everyone that my birds are still around and they have keen sight and smell, so they have advantage perception checks to sight and sound. Or is it just smell? Sight and smell.
So sleight of
Sight-
hand
Sight
or
and sound.
performance?
Sleight of hand.
I thought it was sound too.
That was out of the...
Just kidding.
Would you say that's correct? Or that's...
Roll it again.
Hey, leave those coins out, but
Why is this so tense? The tensest roll of the session.
Oh, that's the exact same. I got 13.
13. What is your passive perception, Dre? Actually, no, your active perception, because it's not like. Make a perception check, sorry.
Okay. Alright, mate. Alright. What am I making?
Perception.
It's a 5.
Oh, yes! I mean,
Hate that dice.
Az takes the lavender in his hands, then takes a nice deep smell of it. What did you say to him exactly?
I just asked him,
Do you recognize this?
Who's
I
this
remember.
belong to?
No, he said, do you recognize this? I'm listening.
I'm sorry.
He nods.
And then I want to ask him, is Drea hiding something from me?
He looks over to you, Drea. Do you make eye contact with him?
I do.
This is so tense.
Looks back to you, Dario. Shakes his head.
Shakes his head no.
My baby.
Okay. I'll trying without anyone seeing. I'll like just put the lavender in my sleeve. But I'm actually checking. Is there any damage on him, or is it good?
He's good.
I'll just do prestidigitation.
Hmm.
Make sure he's all clean.
Yeah.
And I'm like, give him a little salute. I would just whisper.
I don't know. I mean, if you want to, I kind of want it to.
I'll say, give him a salute and say thank you. One more moment of your service. Who does it belong to?
We stream on Twitch every Friday.
Make an insight check.
Oh shit.
17.
With the biggest, cutest smile he can muster, he shrugs his shoulders.
But I know. I guess.
All you get is that as is possibly one of the most pure, uncorruptible creatures and one of the smartest creatures you've ever met. You get the sense that he knows. Yet, his love for Drea, and even though he's come to love you, you've knighted him, and he is now a guard in your service. Nothing in the world, and nothing that he's been through with Drea would ever make him betray her.
In my head, Dario, that's all he needed to know, because that pretty much answered it for him. Loyalty is the best trait for the captain of the guard. And then I'll just nod and I'll be like, he's perfectly fine. And
I'll put my arm up for you.
He jumps up onto your arm, and halfway up he stops, looks you in the eye, and for the first time you feel shattered as the look in his eye is that of question. Questioning, what have you done? And questioning that if his love and his trust and his loyalty has been put in the right person.
Dang.
Before he disappears somewhere in your clothes.
Alright. So the tea's ready, the lizard's good. I can sense a bit of tension in the air, alright? So I recommend we do what our family used to do whenever there was, a bit of a disagreement. What we do is one side says what they want and why they're upset, and then the other side says what they want and why they're upset. And then me and Uncle Dante, being the third party, having no idea what the hell's going on, can consult with all our wisdom. Sound good?
probably the most sensible thing I've ever heard you say, Jace.
Know it. Alright, so. Eye patch. What's the go, mate? Why are you chasing this flower? And why are you so mad? Why is your pal mad?
You can call me Patch.
Right. Oh, I like Patch.
I'm just going to take a couple of cups of tea, if there's enough cups,
Mhm.
and I want to take them to Dinkin and Sue.
Okay. You go down the road and you see Dinker's head against Civic, his hand on the back of his head, as he seems to be berating him and consulting him at the same time. Civic's face is full of shame and anger, and he pushes his brother in arms away from him. And Dinker grabs him again, being bigger the two and the higher ranking as well. He points to something on his chest, points to himself before he gives him like a heavy slap on his chest. As you approach, he's holding him like by the collar of his arm now. Silent moment passes between them as finally Sivok nods in agreement. Dinker slaps him softly on a couple times on his face before they clasp arms and then see you approaching. They stand at attention.
Your actions earlier, Civic, were out of line and out of order. And further proof that I have surely brought the right men with me.
Shocked, Sivok looks at Dinker for a moment before going back to attention.
At ease. A hand on the tea.
Thank you, Father. They both nod.
Gonna put a hand on Civic's shoulder.
You can tell, like, not only is he the more brash of the two, but younger. Dinker's got a few years over him. But being accepted into the Empress Hurricanes is no easy feat. And Sergeant Riley wouldn't have recruited him if he wasn't a good kid.
For orders should never be followed blindly. But you must calm yourself, young blood. Your rashness will be your fall. Think and understand. Do not follow blindly.
I will heed your words, Father. I apologize for my actions, and I will make sure I don't disappoint again.
There is nothing to apologize for. Had you not stepped in, an apology would be needed. You have done well. Warm your bones. It's gonna be a cold, long night.
Yes, well, it's morning. Dinker gives you a nod for slapping the younger man on the back. They bow to you before moving off back to their posts.
I'm gonna head back to camp.
That was sick.
So what's the go, mate?
Am I back now? Or?
Oi, Silver, want some tea?
Yeah, you are.
Before Silver went, he would have told you that he was going to go scout up the place.
Alright, cool.
You are back though.
Yeah, I'd love some.
Alright, here we go. So we just got to the good bit.
Maybe some stuff today.
Not much. Yeah, what's going on, mate? Looking for a flower.
Yes.
Flower power.
Flower blonde just believes someone that killed a friend of mine.
Oh shit. That's rough, mate.
And just thought I'd come to my friends to help.
That's fair, mate. I mean, I literally did the exact same thing. If not, probably a little worse. Alright. So, what's the issue here?
When I asked my friends to help, they didn't.
Your friends travelled across several countries
Whoa,
to
whoa,
your
whoa.
home city
Excuse me,
to
this
help
is
you.
this goes in turns, alright? We'll hear your story in a second.
Take control, James.
Morty! Dante.
Oh, Mr. Bjorn, you're enjoying it, huh?
Very much so.
Right? You want some sugar? You want wine?
You have no sugar. Just tea. Just tea.
Okay.
Arabian brew, if I'm not mistaken. I say as I come back to the circle.
Dante looks up for a second before pulling out his water flask and filling it up again and putting it on. Hey, Mr. Bjorn, you say something? Your voice like your voice is like deep, man.
I go back to facing.
Yeah, look, man. I'm gonna be real. I'd be pretty pissed too. And to be completely honest, I don't fully understand why your pals are helping me. I mean, I tried to kill Tats over there, but
I look around.
yeah.
I'm the only talented guy.
Oh yeah, I know that. I'm like, oh yeah, this guy's
It's really hard to work out.
Unless
I-
Daria's doing it on purpose. Who the
I
fuck is
concur,
that?
young Jace.
Hmm.
Speaking of being completely honest, gonna reach
This is a
into
turn-based
my road.
thing.
If I
Oh,
may,
that gets all the turns.
do you all know what this is?
What is it? More lavender.
No,
No,
it's
it's
a
his
small.
little toy.
Huh?
The Zone of Truth, right?
Oh, God.
You use this on everyone, I take it.
No need. There's no need.
Then there'll be no harm if there is no need.
Yeah, pull it out, Father Bell.
Place it in the middle and I cast Zone of Truth.
Let's see how this goes.
I already know this.
Oh, let's see what Father Bell does.
Do you know what this does, Greg?
I know what it does. It took me to a fucking church and put it on me.
I was tied in a chair when he used it on me.
Does anyone else not think it's a coincidence that all of us have been targeted by you? What's your aim here, Father Bell?
Excuse me. Order in the tea place, alright?
You know what?
That's what I
Father
say.
Riley
Whoa,
would
whoa,
be
whoa.
out here
Whoa,
if you
whoa,
sent
whoa,
your men
whoa,
out here.
whoa. Drink some tea, mate.
Father Bell's
As
gonna
I'm
sip his
pacing,
tea.
I'm going to start putting my tiny hut down.
How long is this going to
And
take? We really don't have time for this.
He's actually quite
And
happy
you're starting
for
a
Jace
tiny
to take
hut.
the lead.
Okay.
While Bjorn's casting his heart, I actually want to call the men over so they're in the hut as well.
Oh shit, this is gonna be
Yeah,
a long
oh,
day.
yeah.
Oh damn.
It's going to get pretty fast.
Silver, you back?
I think we can have up to
Yeah, he's
10
back.
people.
Yeah.
That's really
1,
cool.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And that's right.
9 creatures.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Plus the 3 big birds.
The 3 big birds can stay outside. They can scout.
They're probably dismantled by now.
Has it been an hour? can just scout because I have no use for them other than that.
Okay.
Alright. So, you're trying to find this flower because it's connected to a dude that murdered your friend, and now your other friends aren't helping, and that's pissing you off.
So the zone of truth is cast now? It is. Father Bell is just observing everyone.
Dante is in the middle of all of this, just looking around, just sipping his tea.
So while the zone of Dante's a walking zone of truth.
Yeah.
So while the zone of truth is up, Daria will actually say,
How long does it last, sorry?
Let me check for you.
so it's good to see you, well, Chase.
Oh, he means it.
Thanks, man. Good to see you
10
too.
minutes.
Oh, is that true?
I mean, it's good to see you, but like last time you tried to kill me, and that was a bit fucked up. But you know,
tried to
whoa, yeah, I get it.
right, yeah.
It's mutual, all right. We're even. And also, my uncle taught me if someone tries to kill you, they're probably your friend. There you go. Okay. All right, that's your turn done. Now,
I'm spending 10 minutes putting the circle on.
hey Tats.
If I fell halfway through and I can't answer.
Tats.
That's it. Yeah, let's assume you've done that and then I've done the
okay.
zone of truth. Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say that's funny.
Oh, is it my turn?
It's your turn, mate.
Already?
So we're all
Yeah.
in the hut then?
Can sarcasm happen in the term truth? I guess it can.
Yeah.
You just can't
If
lie.
it's true, yeah.
What's the go, mate? Why can't we give your pal a hand, huh?
Well, we can. It just depends on what he wants, and you know, he just when it's convenient for him, then we go venturing across the country, and when it's not, or when somebody else asks, he doesn't give a shit. So it's just so unfair, really. That's true.
Do I?
Sorry, so you're mad because your pal's asking for help, not at the most good time. Is that what you're saying?
Here's the thing.
Hmm?
He is seeking to help his friend, right? That has unfortunately passed. Why couldn't he do the same before? When we were seeking to help you? You tell me,
You want me to
oh
say?
wise Jace.
Well,
Is that fair? Was the wise true? I guess it was sarcastic.
well, you see, mate. As I said before,
This is a drama.
I'm gonna keep it 100. If I was you, I wouldn't have come with me. That's fact.
Alright.
Because, I mean, you can't blame the guy. I literally tried to kill you.
That's
I don't completely understand.
not the subject of our discussion. Is it? Not really.
I'm
So-
just saying, you can understand why the guy doesn't want to help a dead kid that tried to kill his pal.
Well, he should have just helped me.
You know what? I think I've cracked it.
Real pause.
So, there's a common thing, right, between the two of you. Both of you want help from your friends, right? You want him to help you with the flower, you want him to help you with me, because, I don't know, I don't quite understand fully, to be honest. But, look, we both want to help each other. What's the problem? We help you find your flower.
I don't want to help him with the flower.
See now, why is that?
Ooh.
I have my reasons, alright?
No secrets in family or friends.
Are we not family, Bill?
Can't.
Can't or won't.
This is
Yeah, I can't. It's kind of a lie. You can.
I'm just gonna realize I'm caught. And as I'm thinking real quick, Bjorn's gonna have a bit of a tell and he's gonna look at Drea a couple of times.
Father Bell's watching all this, so and that's exactly what he's watching for, just to see if he can work out what's happening, what's being said without being said.
Is Bjorn next to me?
You clearly see this being like they're watching. Yeah, like you're all quite next to each other.
Look, man. Friends don't last forever. I mean, we're in some pretty fucked up place at the moment. And I know if I was in your position, I wouldn't want to see a friend to go without doing everything I can, you know? You gotta make the most of the time you have, because you can go in a fucking blink of an eye, yeah? Pull of a trigger. Fucking bat thing swooping you up. Time's short, mate. And that's from a dead kid.
If you have something to say, Dario, just say.
Well, it's Mr. Bjorn's turn. At the
I said
moment.
Mr. Bjorn.
Yeah, kind of caught on.
May I have the next turn, young Jace?
Aren't we going in a circle?
I'm sort of making this up as I go, so yeah, you can go next.
I wish to say nothing more on the matter.
So you help.
That is not what I said.
Can I say something quickly?
How did I take control?
Do you wanna pass your turn
For a mere moment.
for a mere moment? Yeah, fuck it, go.
I'll put my hand on Bjorn's shoulder and I'll say, I will not force you to tell me what you do not want to tell me. And then I'll lean in and I'll whisper in his ear. I think I know. Anyway. And then, can I say I think I know?
If
Yeah, because that's true.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I don't 100% know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Your turn.
Jace. Firstly, every soul deserves to rest. Know truly in my heart that it is not my intention to banish you if you are not beyond saving. Though, in this holy circle, I'll be first to admit that I do not know how to save you. Thus, my actions may have seemed rash. If I may help your soul, I will. But I'll be the first to take you if you cross. Drea, why did you leave Lavender? At Sergeant Riley's camp.
How does he know?
He suspects.
Whoa, whoa. Well,
Tis my turn, don't Jace.
Whew.
I'm the turn keeper.
This is getting
Alright.
good.
And why do you think it was me?
Are you denying that it was?
No, I'm asking you a question.
Tis not hard to see what is in front of you. If you just look.
So why beat around the bush? Make us have a little therapy session?
Tis not an idea.
Thanks, my idea.
And what will you do with the knowledge?
Yes. What do you intend to do?
Get answers and closures and help guide a soul that devoted his life to others to a place better than this hellhole where he resides. I do not believe that a creature as holy as the one that accompanies you would do so if you were evil.
You mean to say your soul lingers?
As does Jace's. So I ask again. Why was your lavender there?
Because I did it. You keep asking me when you know the answers.
Killed Sergeant Riley.
Yeah.
I'll just quickly, because I know what's going to happen. I'll put my fist in the air to the soldiers,
Where are they?
and I'll say,
In the dome.
let us finish this conversation before we react.
But
That is an order.
his blood,
You hear the tight gripping of a glove around a sword. And nothing else is said.
his blood is on my hands as much as it is on yours. You feed him lies, all of them. The two sitting behind us, you send them out. I know what it is to be a pawn in that game, and I'm not saying that I did it with joy, but sometimes some lives have to be lost for the greater good. Something that perhaps none of you understand because you've never lived in that situation. You sit here, Father Bell, as a priest, and you demand orders while you are safe. Sure, I do not know you, sure, I do not know your past, but I am someone who has had to fight, okay? And sometimes when you survive, you cannot pick who or what you want to kill or save because you are not safe by yourself. So yes, I killed Sergeant Riley, perhaps for reasons none of you would understand and none of you would be able to do it.
So explain, Dre.
You would not understand.
You do not know this.
I know you would not understand, Father Bell, because none of you have been at the end of the world.
At least let us try.
If I told you to pick one of your men to slaughter, right, as a sacrifice, in order to save 10, would you? This is a zone of truth. Mine, I remind you, Father.
I would not.
You would not, yet you send your men out with lies. You are slaughtering them anyways.
You believe in the evil that surrounds us and that of what you speak.
Father, I have lived it. I do not just believe it.
Then you would know firsthand how evil and corrupt the world could be.
Perhaps better than you.
Is it so hard then to believe that there is also good?
I find that the only good I have is taken from me. It is not, it's fleeting.
As are all things in life, Drea. Have you ever pictured a harmonious world
No, Father Bell, because I've seen the end.
with no
That's
evil?
what you don't understand. You believe in lies. You believe in myths, in something made up for you to sacrifice your life to for no fucking reason. You think Sigma's gonna come down and save you?
No.
Do you know what, Father Bell? I was there. I was fucking there. No one came. They sent me back. No one fucking came down. No one helped. And if you think that Sigma's gonna come down and save your little pretty ass, then I'm sorry, Father Bell, but I do not have the time for you.
Do not believe this, young Drea.
Perhaps that's where we're different.
You have seen darkness by the sounds of it, and in this zone, beyond comprehension. And I am sorry that you have had to see such horrors that I could not comprehend. Though do not make assumptions on what I believe.
I'm not making assumptions, Father Bell. You walk around preaching it.
Do not,
You do.
Drea. A world of pure goodness is as evil as one of pure darkness.
Then what do you believe, Father?
A mind-numbing emptiness with no choice, or paths, or decisions, just hollow shells. That's what a world of pure good would look like.
I don't understand your point.
What I believe in, Drea, is a balance. You cannot have good without evil. For what would you use as a measure to determine the good?
What are the soldiers thinking here?
Like I said, they.
'Cause that's like almost blasphemous to Sigma's beliefs. Sigma's
Oh yeah. That's a good
religion,
answer.
right?
I'll just get out
I'm
of it.
just like, you're just gonna sort of hear it as it's just gonna glance at them.
All they seem to be focused right now on is Drea and their revenge.
Alright.
You cannot have light without darkness, shadow without a flame. You cannot have an Azra without a darkness.
So you're calling me a darkness.
I am not.
Then who are you calling the darkness?
Look around you, Lady Drea. It surrounds us. It smothers us. It has led you to this path. You said it yourself. You have seen it worse than any other.
I don't understand your point, Father Bell.
My point is you have the choice. Would I slaughter one to save 10? No, I would not. For that is the calling of Khorne. Evil in all intents.
Shit.
Drea, are you saying you did what you did because you knew for a fact that Riley's life would lead to many more dying?
In a sense, yes.
In a
what-
sense or truth?
No, because that's what Drea believes, yeah.
Yeah.
Why Riley?
Do you ask the gods why they made you keep Prince? I don't know.
So you just blindly
No,
murder
I was-
on a whim.
No, that's not what I mean. I was... How do I let this?
The truth now.
Riley was the person that I had to sacrifice in order...
You keep saying sacrifice. I'm not very fond of that word.
What if it were your brother that needed to be sacrificed?
My brother would be praying to a dead god. To a false one.
I do not understand.
You all wouldn't be that stupid.
Would you murder your brother to save 10 if you were told?
As you murdered mine.
That's not fair.
Would you murder your brother, Lady Drea?
No.
Then you have the choice. And you made this choice.
Okay.
But why? Why? You've lived the future. Why Riley? What do you know?
It was to gain information. And Riley was the price I had to pay.
But did I know?
How did you...
Did I know?
Like, Bjorn's like completely like engrossed in this now. Like he's like found an opportunity to speak. So I was like, what information? How did you get information? Who's giving you the information?
And
How long has
sacrificing
it
to
been?
what?
How long has it been
Since
he got the phone?
you're getting to the end of the 10 minutes, but
Okay.
still at least 2 minutes to go.
Why does that matter? He tells them to sacrifice whatever the fuck he wants to a statue.
Drea. We need to know.
Is it father?
No. What the fuck would you think I'm working with him? I'm trying to work against him. It seems I'm the only one who's trying to fucking do that.
Lady Drea, under the oath of this song, if our time runs out here, before you give me an answer, then I have no choice but to kill you.
Fucking do it, Father Bell. Have a try.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Let's just call it with the threats.
Who gave you that information?
A friend.
I walk up to Drea and block her off from everyone else. Like, stand in front of her and have my arms on your side. I'm like, please, just tell me.
You wouldn't understand.
Just try me. I need to know what's going on.
I asked Cressida for help.
Do I know who Cressida is?
Yeah, I've casted her to heal him.
But you don't know. You don't understand what or who she is.
That sprite you summoned?
Yeah.
Who?
Just
Her
tell me
deal
about
was
it, like,
I sacrificed
30
Sergeant
seconds
Riley
of
to
this
her
outline.
and she
Yeah.
helps me find the Eye of Ashura. That's it.
Why? Why the eye? Who the fuck's Cressida really?
The Eye of Ashura, if your dad gets it, it's like game over. I gotta get there before him. The problem is that
Could we
it's...
find out in a book or something?
No,
we have
that's
to
the
murder a
fucking
man.
problem.
Can we hear this? This is a pretty tiny town.
Yeah.
Oh, they can hear this?
Well, I
It's
talk
very
quietly, but it's pretty small.
Yeah.
When there are ancient things like this, sometimes you have to ask ancient things for help.
What if the ancient thing is manipulating you to its own means?
As long as I get the full boulder and I kill him, that's all that matters.
Well, say it works out. Say we do defeat Father. What if Cressida turns out to be worse?
Then
What's
we'll deal with
next?
that too.
Don't you see? If this path you're walking is only going to lead to your own destruction.
Bjorn, I've already died. There is nothing left for me. I'm not sure what else you want me to fight for. This is all I have.
30 seconds.
Okay, while the time's almost up, Dario to quickly ask Bjorn, did you know?
Ah, shit.
I'm just gonna peek
That's
out.
more.
Did he know
Hey,
about Drea?
leave Bjorn out of this. He had nothing to do with it, nor did he ever ask me, nor did I ever tell him. If anything, he's been a great friend to you.
That's not what I asked.
I did not tell him. He did
Sure,
not
did he know?
conspire with me.
I'm sorry, Dario. I did not want to believe it myself.
10, 9, 8,
Lady
7,
Drea,
6,
under
Father
the
God.
light and power of Sigma,
4.
I hereby
Mm-hmm.
condemn you
Don't.
to a trial.
Oh, what are we gonna fight swords? You got what you wanted to know, Father. I don't know what else you want from me.
Justice.
The zone of truth dissipates. And as it does, Dante puts down his cup of tea. But like, since we're all like coming out and telling the truth, I just want to say, I lied. I have 1 cube of sugar left.
Aww.
And that's where we'll end tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Come back here next Friday to find out what happens. Have a good night.
I'm so sorry.
Hey guys, it's Abraham here, aka the DM for Mythic Wyrd. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Keep spreading the Mythic Wyrd.